So it's our last day in Tirana, Michele, and the sun's come out. It's still a little cool. I'm going to explain to you where we are. I've got the 360 camera. We're going to do a 360 walk around, but that's for another video. We'll check that out in a moment. This is our apartment. Lovely place. Love the people here. There's a lot of construction work going on. New roundabouts, new roads going in. So this pretty much is congested all the time. That direction is towards the city centre. And Michele and I, it's quite a long walk. But we really love the walk, and if we hadn't had that walk, we wouldn't have found so many of the wonderful places we found here in Tirana. Look at the mountains there. There's a wonderful cake shop just over here, where we go a little bit too often. Molla Bar, M-O-L-L-A. The apartment's above there, that's where we're staying. Today we're going to take you for a little walk. Last day in Tirana, as I say, the sun is out. Probably could have done without the coat on today. And I'm experimenting with doing a 360 walk around. So Michele's going to be carrying this camera up high. And rather than go into the city, I want to take you to our favourite little, I don't know the name of this neighbourhood here, so maybe somebody can let us know, but we're going to walk into our favourite little neighbourhood, have an explore and say goodbye to Tirana. Now, a funny thing, the day before yesterday, there were some trees here. Big trees. One there, one there, one there. They cut them all down. It's really sad. You can see the guys here with the digger. Now, this is Michele. Give us a little wave, Michele. This looks like she's a tour guide. It has caused so much congestion because it's not just this roundabout that they're fixing. They're putting in a new highway up here, and I'll show you what's happened to it as we get up closer, but it's causing a lot of congestion. It'll be clear within a month or two, I'm sure. I was talking to the lady or the family that own our little cafe there, and they said it's really killing business, but they're hoping by sort of March, April time later in the year that it'll be cleared. So what's happened is there's a massive big roundabout they put in at the top of the road here, but only half of it is open. So all this traffic coming to and from is having to use one half of a roundabout. But added to that, about a week, maybe a couple of weeks ago, they opened up the highway as well, only half of it. So there's this congested traffic, you'll see as I get up there. So here is the half the roundabout that's not in use, and they're still preparing. And here is the problem. Everybody's trying to come off of this new freeway onto a roundabout that is a two-way system. So you can see down here there's a new freeway gone in. And yet, instead of it being a roundabout, it's a two-way road. It's causing a lot of issues. So yeah, even coming onto the freeway, there's a lot of congestion. This is going to be one of the strangest videos I think I've ever made. I'm not sure about doing the 360 at the same time. I'll have a chat with Michele, maybe we'll do it at a second time. Bang. I'm too hot. I said to Michele, I can't wear that coat and jacket. Albania has sent the sunshine to say goodbye, and I'd rather be running a little bit cool than a little hot. Here's our little supermarket that we go into. Lovely staff in there. So I don't know the name of this neighbourhood that we're going up into now. So if anyone does know, please share with me. What I do know is they're plagued a bit with traffic at the moment. Let's stand next to that, Michele, to give it a scale. We've never seen that bunker. There are literally, I think, thousands of bunkers all over Albania. Didn't ever spot that one. So it's really noisy, this road. So we're going to turn off to the left up here. It's almost got the feeling of a small village with a motorway running through it. Wasn't quite so busy when we arrived, but I think since they opened up the freeway, does mean this neighbourhood is going to start to rock, isn't it? Hey man, the people are lovely. Everyone wants to say hello. So we're going to hang a left here. Try not to fall down this hole. High-speed internet, and there is good internet in Albania. So when I first arrived, I actually got my Vodafone. I actually got my Vodafone SIM card from that office there. We've been here 2 months. People are just beeping and saying hello. Have you found Albania, Michelle?
I've loved it. It's been good. It's been cold.
Has been cold. Actually, this is the first day this week that we've had the sun, so it's really nice. But we are ready for a bit of warmth now. And Albania itself is heading into the winter, so we've got January and February ahead of us, so it's going to be the coldest of months potentially. I'm struggling to know what this vlog's about today. I think it's just a goodbye to Albania. Look at these quinces. This would be nice for making raki. Oh, thank you, man. Do you have raki? I was talking. Maybe somebody can fill me in on the whats and wheres, but when you go into the supermarkets here, let me turn the camera around so you can see, I'll explain to you my thoughts. When you go into the supermarkets, there isn't a lot of raki for sale. And I don't know whether that's just...
Hello, how you doing? You good?
I'm good. So I was saying to one of the guys in the supermarket, why is there only 2 or 3 bottles of raki, but there's loads of whiskey and vodka and all sorts of other alcoholic beverages? And he said, well, because people make their own raki. He said nobody wants to buy it because they can make it so cheap. And I thought that was quite interesting. And you know, he's right. Everybody I meet here seems to be brewing their own raki. So you can get a bottle of raki, like a litre bottle, for about 400 or 500 lek. But it's clearly a lot cheaper. And it's the tradition here. These are the sort of neighbourhoods we like, aren't they, Michelle? Amra Alessio Bar. When you come back down these little alleyways, you quite often find little cafes. Although I'm going to snooker myself because there's nothing open. But at least we're away from that traffic.
So it's quieter.
And we stayed in quite a few places like this. This is really typical city Albanian, whether it is Durrës or down south. You find these sort of like high-rise, not really high-rise, they're anywhere from 3 to 8 stories. And there's a great community normally back here as well. And there will be a little cafe somewhere, 100%. So it's going to be a fairly unceremonious final day. We've got quite a lot to plan. I am going to do, you'll notice Michelle stopped doing the 360. We found it was too complicated and I was talking all the time, so that was going to pick up on the 360, which we didn't want to do. So I'm going to do a 360 around this neighbourhood. And it'll be with no speaking. I might say the odd word, but generally it'll be with no speaking. So we're back out on the main road now. There is so much to see, and that's why I think the 360 works quite nicely. Because as you walk up here, If there's something you want to see over here or behind me, you can touch the screen or turn your camera or iPad or whatever it is you're using and see any way you want. You can pause it and do a full 360 view. So today's not going to be about having cake. It's not going to be about having coffee out. We've had hundreds of amazing cakes, meals, coffees in Albania. I might do one or two more videos talking about the cities, where I recommend to stay. Oh, there's our friend. Hello, man. I should pop in here, actually. I might get a bit of beef jerky.
Hello.
Hey, Porcendetia, how are you? Turn away now if you don't want to see animals that are being prepared, but there's 4 lambs hanging up here. I also bought my first bottle of wine in Albania from this place. And this is fresh olive oil.
One with the peppers in.
Ah, yeah, this is the, yeah, speci. This is 350 for a kilo, but it's sort of like a sour cream stroke strained yogurt with peppers in. It's absolutely delicious. And then, of course, there's all these sort of what I want to call like ricotta cheeses or feta cheeses, but that's not the name in Albania. And somebody will maybe share with us down below the correct names. I love this guy, such a friendly butcher. Look at the chickens here. So we got 4.30 a kilo. You're going to be having maybe like a kilo, 1.8, 2 kilos. So probably between 700-800 for a chicken. But look at the color on these chickens. Absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? Now we bought 1 or 2 of these and we've cooked them. We actually had one on Christmas Day. So yeah, really, really delicious. Look at the meat. Beef steak. These lamb's heads are super popular here. They put them on the spit. They roast them. There's a lot of meat, a lot of good flavors of meat on a lamb's head. Sorry, I know a lot of people won't want to see that, but for me, it's fascinating and it's part of the culture of Albania. How are you, man? Porcendetia. Good to see you. I want some of your jerky, the beef. Hello. What is this one? Man, that's good. That's good. Can I have 1 piece of this and 1 piece of this? Mix. Yes, yeah. Michelle, how tender this is. This is just like melt in your mouth, super soft. That's beautiful, huh?
Lagum.
Lagum. Thank you, man. Thank you. So I've got 2 different pieces here. They seem to be slightly different prepared. This is tougher. Lots of flavour. This one melts in the mouth. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this place. Can I have 1 piece?
1.
Yep. And 1 piece.
1.
Perfect.
Kjo është bërë më herët. Kjo është e freskët.
Ah, okay. So, gushka fresca.
Po.
Oh, Faleminderit. Ah, no sugar. Thank you.
Thank you, Kachi.
Faleminderit. Thank you. Faleminderit. When I first arrived here, I showed the guy that I have a video on YouTube making jerky, and I love making jerky. So we had that in common. We were talking. We translate a little bit. He speaks a little English. I tried to speak a little bit of Albanian. Highly recommend. I'll put the details down. If you're in Albania, I've seen this all over, but this guy makes the very best jerky in the whole of Albania, as far as I'm concerned. Get yourself up here. Thank you, bro. Ciao. good things happen, right? Every time I come out in Albania, I was starting to wonder, you know, what we were going to do today. And then I remembered this place. Oops, there was almost a little accident there. The guy on the vault was going left and the guy in the car was going right. So we're just next door to the spa. I'll put the location. It's worth walking up here if you're in this neighbourhood. I'd say it's worth getting a taxi or driving up here. We're not far from the cable car. Actually, I can just see the cable car. It is running today. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, just above the bus there. When we came up here last time, it wasn't running, and I haven't time today to do the to take the cable car up. But if you want to see the mountains above us, check out the first or second video we made here in Albania, where we walk up into the mountains and start picking the fruit up there with two lovely boys that live in this neighbourhood. And this is a beautiful, up in this neighbourhood. I know there are lots of places in the city centre, but prices are more reasonable here. People are, dare I say it, less jaded to tourists. And not that I get that jaded feeling, but you feel more like you're living in a community when you're up this part, and it's why I prefer.
It's like that other video that you did where you walked around that neighbourhood nearer the city centre, but where we had the cakes and
Yes,
things. And
yeah.
had the same feeling, didn't we?
Had a very similar feeling, but here we're closer to the mountains. We're very close to that cable car. Shame we haven't got time to do that,
No.
actually. I think you need at least 2, 3, 4 hours, and we just haven't got time today. But yeah, that neighbourhood also, they were just a bit outside of the city centre. Now I would say, and I'll probably get into trouble for saying this, but my least favourite part of Tirana was probably the Bloku area, and it's great. And I can see why a lot of people wish to stay there, but didn't feel like real Albania to me. I got bits of meat stuck in my teeth now. There's one thing with eating jerky or biltong or any sort of cured meats is the perfect tooth fodder. Lovely little apartments up here as well. Now if you stay in this part of Tirana, you are going to have hills to walk up. It's going to be a little bit huffy puffy sometimes. For me, that's perfect. I'd rather have this sort of experience than be down on the flat. This is also, wow, quite a bit further up in the mountains where we met the lovely lady showing us the goats. So now it gets quieter. Now we're away from the cars. There are olive trees growing in people's yards. There's a little terrace down. I guarantee they're picking these olives and turning them into olive oil, maybe. Either olive oil or they're actually pickling them. You getting warm as well now, Michelle? Even Michelle's stripping off. So I think we will actually stop for a coffee and a cake on the way down.
More coffee? I'm buzzing, I need something to eat, but more coffee.
Yeah, more coffee. Maybe I'll have a chai mali.
I say mountain tea.
You thought of it at the same time, right?
I did.
Maybe I'll have the mountain tea and a little bit of cake on the walk down. So, should we keep filming?
We can go round and see where we go round and go down, see where we end up.
Okay. I'm always wary of filming and panting.
But it's a hill. I'm panting. Oops, car.
But I remember, let me just stop and get my breath and explain to you. I remember Michele and I talking about this. Why am I panting and you're not? And she said it's because you're talking.
It's because you talk all the way.
And so what I did as an experiment, I came up these same hills without the camera the other day. And then you're breathing at the right cadence. And I wasn't panting at all. If you want to test that theory out, I challenge you, walk up the steepest hill you know and try to recite some words all the way up. And you'll find you'll be panting like there's no tomorrow because you're not breathing properly, and I'm doing it again. So I think we'll head this way because it's flat.
And that was very steep.
So I think we might be on a dead end here. And probably in someone's front yard, although this is several properties. Not sure, I think it is a way through. Now, which varieties of chooks are they? We haven't had that sort before, have we, Michelle? We've kept quite a few. I've had the white ones, but I'm not sure what variety. There's a name. And when you comment down below and let me know the name, I'll remember it. We've had Rhode Island Red. We've had Silkies, all sorts of chickens in the past. I want to say Buff Orpington.
I don't think that's them down there.
Down there, do you think, Michelle?
I think it ends.
Okay, we're really in a local neighbourhood now. I step over to the right because the road was a bit more even for him on that side. You see this garage here. The back wall is stone, look. It's been cut out of the stone. On this side we've got normal sort of breeze blocks. Interesting, isn't it? That's why I love walking around these old neighbourhoods. I guarantee you there's some rakia distilling going on back here. Pushing that here. Oi! Oi, 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 oi. Ah. Hello.
I think we're waking up the neighbourhood.
Okay, we definitely come to a dead end. The dogs are going crazy. So we're going to head back down. And I think I'm going to have a chai mali, a mountain tea, and a cake somewhere on the route down. Return the camera back on. What I am going to do though, ciao. What I am going to do is run the 360 camera on the way down, and we'll join you. That'll be another video. You'll be able to see that in another video, and we'll join you when we stop for some refreshments. See ya. Okay, we're going to wrap up the 360 there. I'll do a talk over with that 360 so you can understand why, because otherwise we just chuck that up. People will say, why are you doing that part of Tirana? Doesn't make any sense, but to us it does. Michele and I are not far from our local little cafe. And so we're going to call in. I'm going to see if they can do chai mali. I don't know if they do though. Now you might find that a bit off-putting, but actually I think you're going to find in 2 or 3 months before the summer, this road will be double lane. So they're actually increasing the width of this road. I think it'll be a lot more free flowing. I'm not 100% sure my cafe owner thinks that's the case. He was a little bit like, oh, will it ever be done? But they've done a lot actually since we were here. I mean, we were here at the beginning of the trip 2 months ago, and there's been a lot of work done in 2 months. So I think this will be, I think this is going to be a very good area to base yourself for visiting Tirana. I think most people though will stay in the city centre. Now over there, the girls that run our cafe, the ladies, they're almost isolated. So we're going to go over and give them some business because we love them. And yeah, there were some big trees here. You see the root system. Oh, so look, yeah, these big trees that were here. 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot of shade. Now they're gone. Hello, What a shame. She's saying that they're not doing the fresh cakes at the moment because, because of this. Oh, that's a shame. That's our favourite little cheesecake shop. Oh well, not to worry. Michelle and I always find somewhere. You're going to have to miss out on cheesecake and coffee today, as are we, I think.
I think so.
All right, love to you all. Thank you to Tirana. No doubt tomorrow before we leave, we'll get something nice to eat. I've got a few ideas, but we may not film it. Love to you. We'll see you on the road somewhere exciting very shortly. Take care.
Bye.